Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. I just wanted to give you a quick update on Deadside because I was going to make a video of this and I decided to check and see what kind of updates might be coming out for this game. Now, this is an old update. This came out on April 10th. Um, I'd already posted my last video on April 8th, so this was not part of that video. So I wanted to kind of go through the most recent update they had, and then I want to hit something else that they released, the devs, about what they're going to start adding to the game. So this is version 0.12. And as you can see here, there's prone position, gunplay rebalance, AR4 M, new DLC skins, and more in this update. When I was playing the game, prone wasn't part of the game at the time I made my last video. So this was pretty cool. It kind of happened right after I made that. And I was kind of wondering why it wasn't in the game originally. Um, but because I thought that was kind of weird. Normally, games like this would have prone available, but it just didn't have it for some reason. But that's cool. So they added that into it. What else did they do here? They did a gun rebalance or gunplay rebalance, excuse me. So this version has some major changes to gunplay, so many that we really don't have the space to talk about each part in detail. So here's the short rundown. So let's just go through these real quick. You have weapon damage and cyclic rate rebalance. Some weapons are going to change in tier by a lot. Weapon ballistics and accuracy rebalance. Accurate weapons generally are now more accurate. Inaccurate weapons now will be a bit worse. Weapon default recoil is now less extreme but more predictable. So you'll be able to prepare yourself if your gun's not that good. You should be able to control the recoil or try to anyway. Weapon recoil is much more predictable on semi auto. Weapon recoil when looking down a scope with 2 times or more magnification now has 2 times more recoil. That does not apply to sniper rifles, only to guns like the AR4 M or the AR4, something along those lines that already has a rail built on it. At least that's my assumption. Weapon accuracy is slightly reduced when firing from the hip. The M99 hip fire is now very inaccurate. I don't think I had the M99. I don't think I found that one yet, or bought it, or got it through a mission. Added visible tracers, but only to bullets that you fire, so that you can better track the trajectory. Tracers can be disabled if you prefer the old style. Chest armor now protects more of the chest hitbox. Chest armor now has greater protection to most weapon types. Helmets now offer much worse protection. One headshot will always deal 50 damage minimum. All helmets now protect the entire head and face hitbox and made bullet impact effects larger. So the helmets, for instance, when I was reading this, was kind of like, well, they made the protection worse, but what they ended up doing was increasing the protection of the hitbox. So they have it bounced out pretty good there, I think. Same thing goes for the chest armor. So in the same update, they have um, this new variant of the AR4 called the AR4 M. I have not played with this weapon. I haven't found it yet, or bought it, or you know, um, got it through a mission, or whether it's through like a helicopter crash or something along those lines. I haven't gotten that far in the game, so I don't particularly know. I only play this game when I create videos, so I don't really play it um, enough to know that much about it. So anyway, this new weapon is a new variant of the standard AR4, offering a shorter barrel and slightly better handling than your normal AR4. With a more modern and ergonomic look, this weapon will certainly be the main choice for some players out there. Again, I don't know how that gun works, how it shoots. I've never tried it, so when we do find it, we'll definitely have to try it out. They also added this into the new weapon repair system and backpack buff. This is what I thought was pretty interesting, along with the prone part. This new repair system will completely replace the old one. With this new system, which incentivizes looting guns out of areas instead of breaking them down on the spot. Now, weapons can only be destroyed at a workbench. So, anytime you kill an NPC, and if you watch my videos, you've seen me kill NPCs, I would just go to them, disassemble the weapon, I'd get the ammunition, I'd take the weapon parts, and then I would be on my way. But this way, you need a workbench in order to do that, so you can't do it on the spot. Luckily for those who don't have a workbench at their base yet, we have added 2 workbenches at the safe zones, which is good. However, you will be charged a fee whenever you use it. I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. Just like before, disassembling a weapon will give you the resulting spare parts. The amount of parts dropped and needed for repair has been rebalanced as well. Repair kits. Oh, this is the interesting part too. Repair kits are now universal and can be used on any weapon type. However, they now only drop from mission reward crates and cannot be crafted. So if you've seen one of my 2 videos that I came out with, um, I would make repair kits and you'd be able to repair the weapon. I think I did that for one of my rifles and a shotgun. Now you can't even do that. It requires the workbench in order for that to excuse me, it requires mission reward crate in order for you to get those. Let's keep on here. This new system requires you to bring guns either back to your base or to the safe zone to be disassembled. Okay. So we have given +1 weapon slot to backpacks that can hold weapons at all time. This means you can hold up to 6 weapons at once with a stalker bag. Stalker bag is the best bag you can have in the game. And just to make it sweeter, all weapons can now fit in backpacks with the exception of the M99. So before you had to have a certain backpack. I think the assault backpack was the beginning of allowing to have weapons inside the backpack, but that only carried 1 if I remember correctly. I forget the next level up in terms of backpacks. I forget what it's called. I currently have that on one of my characters that I'm playing with, and I'm allowed to have 2 slots for a medium-sized weapon. Now that'll be 3 with that particular backpack. And now all backpacks can carry at least 1 weapon, is what I'm understanding from this, minus the M99. So that's sweet. This is the last thing of this update are the DLC weapon skins and the new painting mechanic. I thought this was very interesting. Interesting. I haven't played this game enough to buy a DLC, but I like the skins. I like weapon skins. I don't mind that at all. I'll spend a few bucks on buying 1 set of these or maybe 2. I saw 2 in this whole thing that I liked, so I might go do that. So let's just read on here. So one last addition to version 0.12.0 is DLC weapon skins, and importantly, these skins can be applied to weapons at a workbench. So you need the workbench. That's very important. To be fair, however, the luxury of painting weapons at workbenches can only be utilized with the new paint item. Painting items at a workbench now requires paint, which can be found in the world, purchased, dug up, and buried stashes. You can use this paint to apply DLC skins to items in game. You can have a look at these new weapon skins here. What we'll do is we'll take a quick look at these. They do have names for them, but this one's cool. I like this one a lot. That's a really cool design. This one's also in it. Not huge on the green and red. It's not my favorite. This one's really cool. I like the color scheme, and it looks like it's foliage or something like that. I'm not really sure if that's accurate, but it kind of looks like leaves. And then this one's also pretty cool with uh, the paint design as well. I can't see exactly what that is here, but that's cool. I just clicked on this not too long ago, and as you can see here, the bikes, well, it's 1 bike. This is going to be coming. They posted this on April 19th. I'm making this video on the 23rd. So I just want to go over this with you real quick. I've been saying in my 2 videos that I made that the only thing I don't like about this game is there aren't any vehicles other than boats. There's no vehicles at all, no land vehicles. So, I mean, now they're going to start putting them in the game at some point. They're going to start off with these motorbikes. I think they're pretty sweet looking. It reminds me of like a World War II type bike. I don't know what you guys think of them, but let's just read this and then we'll take a look at a couple pictures here. So, today we would like to take some time to share with you our progress with the development of ground vehicles in Deadside. As we are sure you have heard many times by now, ground vehicles have always been one of the biggest development challenges facing Deadside, so we are happy to say that we continue to make progress. Ground vehicles are currently approaching a functional state on our internal test servers, although some minor features are missing and bugs are still present, so more development time is needed. As with anything vehicle related, the biggest problem is netcode. I personally don't know what that is. We have continued to work on and improve our vehicle and physics systems, creating a new custom implementation for vehicles that will allow for a lot more than just a couple new ground vehicles. So, this new implementation will allow us to raise the maximum number of vehicles on a server while also accommodating for different vehicle types if we choose to add them in the future, like bikes, mopeds, quads, etc. Speaking of vehicle types, let's take a look at the new motorbikes. So, I'm assuming these are two different bikes, but the only difference between them, and you'll see that in a second, are the seats. I don't really. This is cool looking. I like the green. I like the military green look to it. Um, it's two-seater, so you can have you can ride with a squad mate if you like. I think it's pretty sweet looking. You got the gas tank here and the odometer up here. You got one little side mirror, and then this one's the one that's different. You see how it has like looks like bicycle seats rather than the padded seat here. Um, and it's obviously a different color, but it's the same bike, just a different color with different seats. So, oh yeah, they have more here. These new ground vehicles will be released alongside a large car, offering either quick transport for solo players or slower and larger transport for squads. Of course, there will be more nuances in the balance between cars and bikes, and more features added to both vehicles as development continues. We understand that ground vehicles are our most requested feature and probably the most highly anticipated feature to be added in the Deadside so far. Because of this, it is very important to us to take the time to make sure that these vehicles are functional on release. This means you all have this means you all will have to wait a bit longer before driving across the fields and forests of Deadside. But don't worry, ground vehicles aren't the only major feature we are planning for the next major update. And then they say, oh, and before we go, we just wanted to point out that Deadside is currently 55% off. So check out this special sale if you're interested. So $20. Again, this was on the 19th that they brought this out. That was 4 days ago. It's still 19.99. So if this is a game that might interest you, um, obviously it's early access. They're still bringing features into the game. It looks like they're listening to the players, and they're doing the best they can as quickly as they can. But they want that. What's good about it is they want to make sure that they bring, especially the vehicles in. Um, Almost bug free. You can test it as many times as you want. There's always going to be some issue that arises that isn't foreseen. So things like that do happen in these games. But again, it's early access. But once they bring them in, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to enjoy that a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of point this stuff out to you guys. And like I said, if Deadside is a game that interests you, it's a first-person shooter. It has PvP, PvE. I'm going to be making another video here soon about it. So I just wanted to share this information with you guys, and hopefully you join me in my next video. So that's it for me, guys. As always, take care of yourselves. I'm Citizen Z, and I'll see you in the next one.